Is your grind extremely slow and you don't know how to progress fast in Blox Fruits? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you on how you can grind Blox Fruits in less than a day of play hours. Like, I'm being serious. I did a whole video where I speedran going from noob to pro in Blox Fruits. And let me tell you one thing. I did a strategy that actually got me to the top very, very fast. So first of all, if you start off in a new world, if you are a new Blox Fruits player, then do not have help with you, I would just start grinding. I would just start grinding and putting all your stats into melee or something. Put your stats all into melee and your health, because you don't have a fruit yet and you don't have a sword yet. So don't do anything else. People are gonna say farm at different islands, but that's like the most nonsensical thing you could do. What I would really recommend you doing, just getting your codes first. Once you have your codes, start grinding. Like, start grinding out the NPCs there and just keep going from there on. There's gonna be bosses in each sea that will help you out a lot. So what I would recommend you doing is, once you get to one of these bosses, just like switch servers. Keep switching servers or keep doing the same exact thing. In the first sea, you just gotta do this rinse and repeat thing, and you just gotta keep going. Honestly, it's gonna take you a bit, because you know in the first sea you cannot even trade and all that. So another thing I would really recommend you doing is getting a friend to help you out. Now, this might be a little hard for you guys, since I know there's some people who do not have friends in my community. I'm looking exactly at you. You know who I'm talking about. Anyways, what I was saying is that you could get your friends to help you out very much in the Blox Fruits grind, and especially in the first sea, as in the first sea you can get your friends to roll a fruit for you. Some specific fruits that you really want to have if you want to grind out Blox Fruits very fast. There's 3 specific fruits that I would pick. Now, these 3 fruits are magma, Buddha, or light fruit. These 3 fruits are considered the best for grinding in Blox Fruits. You can even look it up in the wiki or something, but it will always tell you the same exact thing, okay? So what I really recommend you doing is to get one of these fruits, obviously, and just start grinding the hell out of the place, okay? Just start grinding, okay? Get back to work, as they say. Anyways, if you don't have any fruits or have any sort of aid, I would just keep going until you're at the second sea, okay? I would just grind. I would just make my life easier. And if you don't have a fruit, just roll for yourself and try. It would be best if you could get like a good fruit, though. By the way, once you have a fruit, you want to put your stats into Blox Fruits too. I do not want to see any stats on sword stats or gun stats. If you're playing with Buddha, sure. The only exception is if you're playing with Buddha, since Buddha, is melee and gun stats, is melee and sword stats only. So what I would do, instead of actually just putting your stats on fruits, if you're playing Buddha, just put it on melee and health. Max them out first and then put them on sword. So you have like max sword, max health, and max defense. If you're playing any other fruit, like let's say for an example the light or the magma fruit, I would just put the stats on fruit, okay? I don't want to see any hybrid stats type of thing, okay? Do not put all of your stats on random types of things. That's just going to slow down your farm experience. If you've reached the second sea and do not have a fruit, I would trade. I would trade so much, and I would just trade, bro. I would just look in a Discord server of Blox Fruits and start trading until you can get a Buddha fruit or something, because getting the Buddha fruit is gonna be an essential move to reach max level very fast. You don't even need awakened Buddha, okay? You just need Buddha. You just need Buddha because of the big hitbox and of the M1s that you can do to the enemies. Also, what I really recommend doing is just to like get some sort of double XP. I know this might sound dumb, but bro, you would have so much faster grind if you just had double XP boost the whole time. Your playthrough is gonna be from 40 hours until max level to like 20 hours till max level, okay? It's way faster, as you get like 3 levels every single time you defeat an NPC or like a quest as a whole. So yeah, it really makes your life easier. I would not really recommend doing this without double XP boost. I'm speaking from my experience, by the way. I took like a month, and the first grinding with this account that I'm playing on right now took me like a month because I didn't have double XP boost the whole time, okay? It was incredibly boring. So on my new account that I grinded, I had like double XP boost the whole time, and I finished the grind in literally 3 days and or less. That was 3 days or less. Everybody in my Discord server can agree to that, by the way. Like, that was actually crazy. I remember like posting the first image of like, yo, new starts, and then like 2 days later, max level on my alt account. What I also really recommend doing if you're only using fighting styles is to upgrade your fighting style. Definitely upgrade your fighting style. Don't stick with combat. Combat actually sucks, okay? I got combat on level 600 on my alt account. Let me tell you one thing, it's really not worth it. Honestly, after that point, it's really easy to grind, as you know, you just gotta keep doing the same exact thing. It's like a rinse and repeat until you're like at 3rd C. You can like vary it. You don't even have to like grind until max level. You could grind until level 2300 and still be pretty good, since you have everything that you need. But it's really optional for you to get like level max, as it's just the best thing that you could do. But whatever y'all be thinking, I mean, I feel like the worst part in the grind is gonna be the 2nd C and the last island. I feel like Tiki Outpost is the one that stretches the whole thing the most. The worst islands that you're gonna be grinding in are Hot and Cold and Tiki Outpost, just because you level so slow. Like, the progression is genuinely slow, bro. One thing that I really find good in the different games like King Legacy, for an example, is when you kill all of the NPCs on the field, the quest ends. It doesn't make you like kill the same enemies twice just to get one quest done, okay? It really sucks that Blox Fruits has this feature on basically almost every single NPCs in the game, except for the bosses, obviously. Oh yeah, while we were at it, keep grinding the bosses. I know I said this before, but bro, if you like keep grinding out the NPCs, like the bosses, you're gonna make your life way easier. I remember at like the Marineford in the 1st C, there was this admiral that I killed all over and over again. I did this for like 150 levels, okay? I skipped so many islands with that. That was actually crazy. You don't have to go into specific islands. You could just skip islands, and that's the good thing about it. Honestly, these grinding methods apply even after you're done grinding with the game. Like, if you want to grind different types of things, you could be using the same exact grinding methods. I would really recommend getting Cyborg, by the way. Cyborg V4 might be like the easiest way to grind in the game. If you're playing with Cyborg V4, oh my god, it's so easy to grind. I'm gonna just like tell you one thing. I got my friend Jin, and every single time he like tries to unlock something to max level, like max mastery, let's say for an example he wants to max mastery his god human, it takes him around 1 hour to make it max level just because of the V4, bro. That's so overpowered. You could be using Angel too, but in my opinion, Cyborg is better. Like any race that has a domain expansion, I guess, or some sort of domain expansion. Any one of these is pretty good for grinding and for PvPing as a whole. So yeah, that's just about it. Honestly, I don't know how it is with grinding fragments. I might have like to test it out myself. I was gonna test it out myself, like grinding 100,000 fragments on my own, but that's gonna be for later, as I'm personally not doing all that. Anyways, the update still hasn't released and we're still pushing strong. What do y'all think about this in the comments down below? Let me know as usual, and leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video as usual. Tune in. My name is Redyvex, and bye bye.